Okay, hey, welcome back. I've given up on playing EU4, so I'm just going I'm gonna play some fucking Stardew Valley. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I still have a handle on how this shit goes. Oh, starting a new farm? Yeah, why not? Okay. God, I can't remember how to spell her name. So, already, remember what big part of why I like Stardew. And what the game isn't doing? I'm clicked out of the window. And it looks, everything's frozen, which is fine. But you can still fucking hear it, which shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard. Favorite thing? Well, she was the high priestess of the goddess Inanna. And the moon god Nana. Inanna Nana. She was from Earth, right? Yeah, she lived in Earth. Which one of these do I want to play on? Standard Farm's pretty fine. Wilderness Farm, I'll be real, not really that enjoyable. It is early on, but the monsters that come out at night are just annoying more than they are anything else. I tried it. Which one of these do I find the prettiest? Ooh, Riverland looks complicated as all hell. Okay, so the difference is, Standard Farm is ideal farming land. It has 3,427 tillable tiles. Its biggest coherent rectangular area is 63 by 31 tiles. Riverland Farm has 1,578 tillable tiles. You can catch fish. Fish that are found in Pelican Town or Cinder Snap Forest River. But I don't know why I said Pelican Town rather than Pelican Town. Forest Farm, you have 8 renewable large stumps, seasonal forage items, unique weeds that always drop mixed seeds, additional ponds and grass areas decrease overall farming area. The number of tillable tiles in the Forest Farm is 1,413. The Hilltop Farm has 1,643 tillable tiles. You can catch fish, because you got a stream going through. I like the stream. It looks very Super Nintendo-y. You have stones, ore nodes, geode nodes. The Wilderness Farm has monsters spawn at night. Wilderness golems are unique to the map. Wilderness golems are hot garbage. All they drop are... they have a 0.05% chance to drop a prismatic shard. DIL. They drop mixed seeds, fiber, for the most part. They can apparently drop coal and diamond as well. That's not so important. I want to go with the smallest possible map. So let's go with forest. Yeah, severely limited farming space, but you don't really need all that much farming space anyway, so that's okay. I forgot that you can make your person look like an alien with crazy skin colors. Like blue and green. Definitely the... yeah. Excellent. Just take me back to 0. We're skipping the intro, we've seen this before. Eye color... green? Okay, that's too green. Hair color is... yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, let's get into this. Alright, I clicked out of the window as soon as I clicked OK. Ah, okay, great. skipping the intro looks with a couple of things, but it's really not that big of a deal. Hey. Weather report. What is it when sunny? Spirits are in good humor. It really doesn't matter. This is a very pleasing house. Oh god, okay. E. Okay, it's E. What number is everything? Is that right? Sure. Well, that's closer to what I'm used to. Ooh, I'm already running numbers in my head, like how far should I have everything extend? How far do scarecrows reach, etc., etc. I have the wiki pulled up. I can check. That's not a huge rush. Not really that pressed to find out. Ooh, yeah, this is very important to change. Show tool hit location, please. Thank you. Oh, yes, much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to remember why I took a break from Stardew Valley. I think it was just because at the time I was feeling more enthusiastic about playing E4, Hearts of Iron 4, Stellaris, even. Which are, you know, in their own right, enjoyable games. But maybe this was too slow paced for me? I'm trying to remember what exactly my issue was. Word is it? According to the wiki, you can forage here. Not seeing a lot of forageable items, but day one. Did I? No. My eyes are playing tricks on me. This is a saddle I don't mind jumping back into. I looked at possibly playing Harvest Moon games or other games in this subgenre or genre, I suppose. And I'm open to it, but Stardew Valley has a very precious place in my heart. Not for any particular reason, just it's very zen. Zen in a way that only really Animal Crossing. Cool, there's an idea for something I could stream. Only Animal Crossing has really gotten close to. So do I wanna go sell these, buy more seeds? Yeah, that's probably a smart thing to do. My brain, I know too much. I'm like, okay, what's the most valuable thing I could possibly buy? Like, I don't want to think like that. Not yet. Of course, I'm still conniving, like, I need to get the greatest possible profit by the day that... trash, great. By the day that, the Spring Festival happens, because then I will be able to buy some strawberries. garbage here. Best egg. It's called the Egg Festival? Yeah. Egg Festival takes place on the 13th of every spring. And we are on the first day of spring. Ooh, no. I think the bean starters are really the best way to go, aren't they? Grow a little bit of everything. It's year one, and people will want all kinds of weird shit. So let's grow a little bit of everything. Not worry about min-maxing so hard. There's a real temptation to, but it's fine. I'll come back out here if I have energy afterward to pick up dandelions and horseradish and all that jazz. No, okay. Should probably go in the chest. No real reason to be leaving this gap that I'm leaving, but I'm mostly leaving it knowing that I'll probably want to fill it in with something later on. And aesthetically, I kind of like that. Great. As soon as we hit winter, my joy for the game is going to drop significantly. Winter fucks me up in this game. It's so dark. It's so dark and quiet, and it feels cold. It does such a good job at feeling cold, which, you know, is commendable, except I hate feeling cold. Nothing wrong with that. Trying to use up our energy to get more wood. Gotta get wood. So I can pop down a chest to throw a lot of this garbage in. It's not garbage. It's garbage. 50 wood. I don't have the energy to cut down a whole other tree. Nope. Closer than I thought. Well, not if I waste energy doing that. There we go. Okay. I really have a tendency to put the chests over here. To be honest, I'm not really sure why. Here would work perfectly fine, and I suppose in here it would work perfectly fine as well. That's fine. What do I want to put in here? Everything I'm not using? Delightful. Now we're going on a walk. There's nothing in this cave, right? No, of course not. Going on a walk to pick up random bullshit. this every day. You don't have to go out and pick up every random bit of whatever that might be out in the world. But you can. Linus, you're very sad. He claims to be happy with his lifestyle, but he doesn't act very happy. What would really bless this is stumbling across some ancient fruit seeds day one and make me a very happy boy. Well, it's very unlikely to happen. I'm trying to meet everyone in town. Not, you know, urgently, but I'm trying. Door's closed, so there's not much of a rush to go down to the terrace yet. Yep, door's closed, figured. Is Maru in her room? No, Maru is probably out sitting somewhere. I've been giving thought to resurrecting this series for a couple of weeks now. My idea was, if I were to resurrect this, as is evidenced by me resurrecting it, I'm probably not going to play it every day. Maybe once a week, maybe. This game brings out a part of me that really overplans things and really overanalyzes things, which is, you know, fun in a way, min-maxing things, making very specialized builds, etc., etc. Maximizing profit margins and all that jazz, but it's also kind of sad because it's a happy game. And the premise is pretty lighthearted, but turning it into intellectual work is a tad antithetical, perhaps. Just a tad. When the town really could use a less creepy blacksmith. I was thinking maybe I could just stream or record an hour every day. Maybe even just a day every day. But I don't know. Point being, I've given it some thought. I haven't really reached a conclusion, necessarily. Which I know it's leading to say, I've given it some thought, which kind of implies that there's a conclusion to that. No, not really in this case. I've been doing some thinking and some feeling about it, but I haven't ultimately reached a conclusion. Hell, I've even been giving some thought to playing Terraria again. Which would be fine, but oh lord, the amount of time I've wasted away on Terraria. Starting up a new world there just seems punishing in certain respects. It's a very fun game. But, you know, it also has a lot of tedium. There have been a number of times in school, or even after school as an adult, where I just lost so much time playing that game. Nights where I'm like, I should go to sleep. And then I just slowly start falling asleep as I'm drilling down. Like the sound of the little person hitting lava or getting hit by a bat, waking me up and shaking me awake. So I'm just trying to dig down. Yeah. Maybe not the best quality to bring out in me, but it was enjoyable in its way. Yeah, you know, it's probably better not to be planning in advance. Ooh, it's gonna rain all day tomorrow. That's very exciting. Thank you for the break, game. Yeah, I can't afford a backpack. Thanks for the idea, game, but that's not gonna happen. I was introduced to farming at a pretty young age. My father's parents raised cattle, but when I was even younger, they used to grow a more mixed garden as well as tobacco, or something they grew. For those folks not that know, tobacco is quite a cash crop. It has been, at various points in the past, been a wildly profitable thing to grow. But also, tobacco's kind of bad for you. Imagine that. But harvesting tobacco is even bad for you. The toxins that can seep into the skin. Not a good time. What is this? Oh, you have big seeds. But I remember as a little kid running through tobacco fields, finding tobacco worms to use for fishing. Tobacco worms, if you're not aware, they're close to... There's some sort of caterpillar, I think. They eat the tobacco leaves and I suppose later on gestate into something else, but not have very encyclopedic knowledge of them as a kid. I just knew that I liked fishing, and they helped with fishing. I didn't actually like fishing, I think. I liked gathering up stuff to use for bait in fishing. If you lived in the right area in Indiana in the early 90s, you have a phone book. And on that phone book is a photo of a young boy of 5 or 6 years old fishing off the pier of a dock. You, my friend, should not have that phone book because it's like 20 years old. But also, coincidentally, have a photo of me. I was a child model, so to speak. Not in any professional capacity, just in that very cute passive capacity. I've always been bad at fishing. Always been really bad at it. I liked finding crickets and worms and stuff like that. Like, it felt like a fun little scavenger hunt. But I was always skittish about hurting even worms. Thank you, bud. I was always skittish about that sort of thing. Fun as it was to gather stuff, it wasn't really fun to hurt things. It's fun to trap them and find them and catch them and make a collection of them, but yeah. Looks scared me too. Being sharp and pointy. You know, they are supposed to be dangerous. For the fish, not really for you, but... And I've seen a lot of fishhook injuries. Not an exceptional number of fishhook injuries, but I think a fairly normal number of them. Scared the hell out of me as a kid. But yeah, parenting on my dad's side. Parenting, huh? No, not parenting on my dad's side. Farming. Farming on my dad's side was an industrious endeavor. My mom's parents also owned land in the same state that my dad's parents do, but they've always had small farms. have always just grown gardens and crops for themselves. Maybe to share with neighbors or something like that, but they make a lot of preserves, eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables, mostly vegetables. I remember as a little kid I would just eat whole tomatoes from their garden raw. I loved when it was strawberry season. I would just be a fucking menace going out there and eating everything I could. Off and on in my life, I have given thought to, oh, maybe I could go into farming. But industrial scale farming is not my jam. I've given thought to, like, well, what if I moved in and took over this farm or that farmer, helped out more with this or that or the other, and that's a tempting idea, but, you know, I don't have the right education for it, and I don't know, I don't think I have the right kind of temperament for it. I like things that intellectually stimulate and challenge me. I like growing and learning. And you do learn a lot farming, and there's a lot of complexity to it. But, on the other hand, there's just a lot of hard work involved. To be frank, I can be quite lazy. I'm not ashamed to say that. I think it's a very modern quality, very human quality. I want to do the least amount of work possible for the greatest gain. There's something very satisfying about raising crops or plants in general. I've always liked keeping houseplants around. In our apartment right now we have 30-something? I originally started growing certain herbs that supposedly repel mosquitoes, because Cora has a sensitivity to mosquitoes. Ooh, delicious. I thought I was smelling something peanut butter and chocolatey cooking, but I couldn't tell if I was, like, maybe I'm just really tired? Glad to know I'm not losing it. We started out with stuff like that. Lots of different teas. And then, I can't remember how, but Cora picked up an aloe plant. And aloe, for those who don't know, if you take good care of it, reproduces like crazy. It makes many, 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 many babies. So I'm excited to look at it, thank you. It's, we have like 8 or 9 different pots of aloe now. When I lived in Arizona, where I lived going to Prescott College for a number of years. It's actually a great school to send your kids if you want them to learn how to learn. Get passionate about what they're passionate about, and maybe liberalize them a little bit. It's a fairly good liberal arts education there. It's quite good, but it's in the mountains in Arizona. I had prickly pear that I just found outside that I brought in to my apartment, and that thing exploded. It started out super small. It ended up getting to be really big, and prickly pear is great because it'll fruit. It'll flower, but it'll also fruit, so you can get small prickly pear out of it. That's an acquired taste, I think. It's not the most remarkable taste, but I really like prickly pear. Yeah, I guess Cora was suggesting that I play a game involving taking care of plants. You've never had prickly pear? Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's a fruit. I think the first time I had prickly pear was a prickly pear candy in ooh, oh god, it's a ranch in New Mexico, Rancho de Chimayo. Which is a ranch slash restaurant, family owned, very old business in New Mexico. God, I must have been 12 when I first had it, maybe younger. Rancho de Chimayo was a fantastic experience where I... Pretty good food, as I remember. Maybe not remarkable, but the candy, very good. Prickly pear candy was amazing. I was like, what the fuck is this? I love it. And so, as an adult, well, as a young adult, as a teenager, moving to Arizona, finding out like I can just grow this shit. I can just grow it. Yeah? Alright. I'm into that. Good. Okay, I was trying to get the chest. Thank you. Cool. Very exciting. Well, you also grew up in Yuma. Yuma is not the most productive area as far as foliage goes. What am I trying to say? The most fertile area. Prickly pear pretty much grows all over the American Southwest and Central America and parts of North America outside the Southwest as well. But it's I think it does better in dry to arid to temperate, but not straight up desert. It needs water. If you ever visit Arizona and you're not near Phoenix and you're expecting to see saguaro cactus, you're not gonna find it. Even though it's the state icon, I think, the saguaro. It's dumb. Saguaro cactuses are big and impressive, but also, like, they don't make fruit. They're not tasty. They can't save you if you're dying of thirst. They're just a bad time. Now, if you do find yourself ever in a desert, needing water, don't drink from a cactus. Most of them are very pulpy, and some of that pulp is going to make it quite salty or filled with alkaline? Is that right? In whatever case, it will not properly hydrate you. Some species will, but the vast majority of species will not, and the species that will need to be harvested in a certain way to extract water from them. So if you find yourself traveling to a desert area, familiarize yourself with the flora of that area. Really, this is just good general advice for traveling anywhere. If you're going to be somewhere and you run the risk, however small, of potentially needing to survive if shit goes bad, if your car breaks down and no one's around, or if a storm happens, or if your plane crashes, I don't fucking know. Still a good idea, good thing to look into. I had a real fascination with survival guides when I was preteen and teenager. I think I might still have a couple of survival guides. I sold most of them as I got older and moved off to college, or donated them to, I almost said museums, no. Donated them to libraries or secondhand stores. It was a great source of relief for me when I had a backpack for a few weeks as part of my college orientation course, and it was very relieving to me to be like, oh, I know what this is and that is, and I know I can eat that, or I know I shouldn't eat that, or like, ooh, I know if you do this and this and this is really good. That was a welcome break, because food stress is a real thing when you can't just go down to the supermarket or order out or whatever else. You're in a situation where you have food, but you don't, and it'll probably be enough, but, you know, anxiety kicks in, you're like, do I actually have enough food? Can I survive? That was stupid, I was trying to go for two things at once. It's quite a stress relief to be able to reassure yourself that, yeah, you're fine. Did I like Hatchet as a kid? No. I was it was very provocative for me. Like, it was exciting because, like, oh man, what would I do in that situation? Like, that sounds crazy. But on the other hand, you know, it's kind of a, and I know this is a meme, it's kind of a male power fantasy kind of thing. Like, if you got lost in the wilderness with just a hatchet, could you make it? Well, it's a power fantasy. I guess it isn't necessarily gendered, but it, in the United States, survivalism and outdoorsmanship tend to be pretty gendered things. Best waifu in the game is Abigail. Maru's, you know, got some admirable qualities, but I think Abigail. She eats rocks. She's a monster. Yeah. It was a weird fucking book. It was mostly full of like, ooh, okay, good to learn that, but, I don't know. Penny, yeah, no, I've heard this before. Penny is a lot of people's favorite. I don't get it. Hey, I'm not raining on your parade. I don't have to get it. But Penny to me just seems like, I don't want to marry her. I want her to move out on her own and live her own life. She's just sad. She lives with her mother, who's abusive and an alcoholic, and Penny's only way out is to marry you. And I just don't like that power dynamic of her relying on you to escape. Gross. But she's nice. And she's pretty, so I get it. It's not for me. I like crazy inventor chick, or she eats rocks and wants to be a hero and go on adventures. That's cool. Also, oh, who's the one that plays video games a lot? That's not Abigail. She's also cool. Most of the characters are quite cool. Jojo or no Jojo? No Jojo. No Jojo. I have never done a Jojo run. I've sat down intending to do a Jojo run, but just never done it. It's so draining. Like, hey, here's this cute town, and you can help everyone out. Or you can take the town's the community center and turn it into a warehouse. Isn't that fun? I live in Seattle, so mega corporations employing warehouses full of people in slave-like conditions. It's too close to home. And I know I say this on a platform owned by Amazon, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, Emperor. Okay, well we can go donate this. She eats rocks. Yeah, it was a glitch. So most characters, if you give them their favorite food, will be like, oh, thank you, or delicious, exciting. But Abigail was programmed, accidentally, to give the delicious, my favorite, response to you giving her amethyst. And amethyst is not a food. obviously. And it became a meme, and the game creator decided to keep it around, make it a feature, rather than a bug. Quite charming, rolling with the punches like that. Mad respect. Is it Wednesday? Son of a bitch. Alright, on Sunday is Lewis's birthday. Lewis likes spicy things. I can't get a hot pepper for Lewis by his birthday. I don't remember what else he likes. I could check. Maybe I should check. Yeah, probably. Or not. It's fine either way. So no new seeds today. That's probably for the best. Being that it's raining, I don't have a good feel for our energy level. And I would probably plant more than I could water next day. So... today we fish. Well, today we fish, or I could cut down some trees. What's gonna be more profitable? Probably fishing. If I'm being real, almost definitely fishing. Why not both? Well, okay, and I lost both? Yeah, okay, the game's giving me garbage. I'm gonna cut down some trees. Nope, you cannot become mayor. Lewis is always the mayor. The goal of Stardew Valley is ultimately whatever you make it. So the ghost of Grandpa will return to check up on you after 3 years? 3 years of you being here, and depending on how much people like you, how much of the community center you've done, how wealthy you are, how much your cat or your cat or dog likes you, etc., etc., Grandpa will give you his blessing. I don't know what happens if he doesn't give you his blessing. I've never had angry Grandpa. But it's a thing. So that's an objective? I don't know. It's very loose. Right now I don't have either dog or cat because I skipped the intro. I think I'll go for cat. Because personally I'm much more of a cat person. Dogs are great, but dogs tend to have a lot more emotional need and energy needs than I'm typically enthusiastic about fulfilling. I'm a lazy person. I want an animal that's just like chill and can more or less take care of itself. I've had some fantastic pet dogs who I've absolutely loved, but I know that in retrospect, I should have been more energetic and enthusiastic, and I'm just not that sort of person. I can be kind of depressive, is a standby, and I don't mean that in a boo-hoo, woe is me, 9 Inch Nails, what, etc., etc. And I know 9 Inch Nails isn't emo, but just let me have this. I just tend to operate at like a 5 or a 6 on a scale from 1 to 10. Like, I tend to be pretty okay all the time. Which is not really dog energy levels. Dog energy levels is like, I'm a fucking 10, let's be a 10 today, let's go and be excited. And I just can't get there. That is not me. It's too much, man. Yeah, they do. They do. Dogs like you a lot, and they care a lot about you. But I can feel like I just don't do a good enough job. Same reason I don't want to be a parent. Well, I don't want to be a parent right now. Anyway, I just don't have the emotional energy to parent full-time or be a pet owner full-time in a way that's really respectful or considerate to the thing I'd be taking care of. I would not want a cat dog. then you would be you'd be a background character to that protagonist. Cat Dog was a hell of a show, wasn't it? The 90s were a weird time. A weird time. 2 more months. Ah. Crazy how quickly time goes by. Oh, I am hopeful for you. You seem like you've been very excited about it. I'm sure I'm sure your wife is probably getting quite fed up with this whole being pregnant thing. I'm appreciative that my body will never have a parasitic human inside of it. Well, you know, I say that. It's entirely possible I was born with a parasitic twin, and it's just been absorbed into my body and it's still there. It happens a lot more often than you'd think. It's kind of terrifying and crazy. Sometimes all that remains of the parasitic twin is like an extra organ, or its organ. It has like it leaves an organ behind, and that's it. It's yeah, man. Biology is a hell of a thing. A tripod baby. Oh, you know, if you have a tripod baby, I'm sure you will raise them to believe that the War of the Worlds is their birthright, and that one day the nations of Earth will kneel, as is fitting. Rainy days in Stardew are super nice. I'm really happy that it's fall again here in the Pacific Northwest, and that means rain is finally happening again. It is a huge stress reliever. I feel like most people are relaxed by rain, but just knowing that it's raining makes me feel relaxed and helps relieve tension. In days leading up to, or the day leading up to a thunderstorm, I grew up in the Midwest, you can feel a thunderstorm coming in. Even if you're not super sensitive to that sort of thing, the pressure change, you can tell. And I would always just be so anxious and pissed off before before it rained, but after it started raining, it would just feel amazing. Oh yeah, weather report. Gonna rain all day tomorrow. Game, you're being too nice to me. I've never... Is that true? I was about to say I've never dated any of the boys in this game. I don't think that's true. Who's Maru's brother? He I dated. He I dated. Grammar. I dated him. Emo boy. Whatever his name is. I dated him. Yeah, her hair is like a 50-50 mix between mine and yours, Cora. The sides are way closer to yours, but the swoosh... I am swoosh. Do I want to cut down trees? Now let's just take a walk around. Give me those worms. Ah, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my hair. Some days, like today, super cooperative. Other days, the hair is a burden. The hair is a burden. Just give me that ET life. I don't want to be bald. I just want to not have to grow hair. I want it to be something you wake up and just decide, like, oh, do I want my hair to grow today? Yes, no. I want more control over that sort of thing. Same thing with, like, being able to control the growth of your fingernails or toenails. I want to opt out of this slow, like, hey, here's a thing you don't need to grow. It's just gonna keep growing because biology. I would like to be able to manually control that. How rad would that be to just be able to be like, yep, this is my facial hair, now and forever. Well, maybe not forever, but now until I arbitrarily decide I want it to change. Or like never needing a haircut. Just getting your haircut and then like, perfect, it will not grow. I know biology is a lot more complicated than that, and you can't really, it's not flipping a switch, and if it were like flipping a switch, that would probably cause some pretty drastic irreparable damage. Ah, yeah. Do we want Marnie to adopt a pet? Yo, Marnie, you got a dog and or cat for me? I need a dog. Oh, I meant ET life as in hairless life. ET didn't control hair growth. Oh, alright, just found an eel. That's actually quite a nice find. Wait, doesn't... No, he likes spicy eel. I'm talking about the mayor. He likes a good spicy eel, if you know what I'm saying. How the fuck do you get a pet if you skip the beginning? I don't remember how you get a pet if you skip the intro. New girl, huh? I think we're gonna get along great. I'm Alex. I'll see you around. I, for the most part, hate fictional characters with my name. There are mods for Stardew Valley. I don't know if there's a Oscar the Grouch mod for Stardew Valley, but that'd be something. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Be a bit out there, but it wouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah, that's a great point, Cora. There are mods for this. I haven't thought about that at all. If I am going to do a new Stardew series, and, well, I mean, I'm here, aren't I? I should perhaps investigate installing some mods. Spice things up a little bit. Well, that was a mistake. Hey, I updated the stream. I updated the stream title in the game. If it's not showing, you can refresh the page, but I promise you it's not EU4. I was playing EU4. Oh my god, you're right. Shit. Well, you know. Alright, Ball Stellan, you got me. You got me this time. Go ahead and refresh the page, you'll see that it's not EU4 anymore. Fudge. Oh well, whatever. I was playing EU4, trying to learn to love a mod that not good enough. Not good enough. Trying to fall in love again with EU4 is taking a lot of work. I need marriage counseling. It's just not the game I fell in love with. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I mostly switched over to Stardew Valley because I didn't know what the fuck else to play. But I wanted to keep playing something, and it sounded relaxing, so mostly for the relaxation factor. I will say, my followers on YouTube are remarkably polite, kind people. Don't take this as a challenge, YouTube, but like, not a lot of complaining going on. And I've been doing some very inconsistent stuff as far as what games I want to be playing or what series I want to be doing. Really, I'll have, in a month, I'll have 2 series that I probably stick with for the entire month. But besides that, I jump back and forth so inconsistently. Y'all are some very patient folks. Did I say MEIOU counseling? Consoling? You know what? No, Mew and taxes I actually understand. But the game, God, Veritas et Fortitudo? It's Latin. Haley? Haley, I think you're actually a nice person, despite superficially, I thought Haley would be a bitch. She's actually a nice person. Yeah. Not for me. Not for me. And then I got very excited by the whole alternate history start. Like, ooh, I'm excited. Let's check this out. All it is Zoroastrianism being around and Byzantium not falling. Like, great. You haven't changed Europe or anything else. This is not good enough. I don't know. There's some fairly nice people out there, like in larger channels for the most part. And by that I mean Northern Lion, who his fan base, of which I consider myself, are pretty abusive. Like, he tends to be a very polite. He tends to be a fairly polite, fairly nice person. He's awfully judgmental and picky about food, and picks inane arguments and complaints about people in grocery stores, but for the most part, very nice guy. His comment section just rails on him all the time, and it's been doing it for years. He's very comfortable with it, but just fucking kudos to that man. Veritas et Fortitudo. Yeah. Veritas et. It is not et. Oh, okay, that's how I was pronouncing it, but it has a T in it. In English, T's are very rarely silent. Veritas et Fortitudo. Et Fortitudo. I want it to be Fortudo, not Fortitudo. I knew what Veritas meant because I dated someone with the tattoo that said Veritas, I think. Lux et Veritas? I think it was Light and Truth was the tattoo she got, which is weird because so many universities and college use Lux and Veritas, Truth and Light, as their university motto, and she wasn't going to any of those schools, so a little cliche, but whatever. Made her happy. So that's ultimately the point of a tattoo. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. I do have a tendency to enjoy less kind corners of YouTube as well. Truth and strength. Yeah, fortitude or courage or strength. Yeah. I was thinking it was fortitude as in health, but not strength. But yeah, Latin is a fascinating language, how concepts like that were more... Strength is health. Health is strength. It's the same thing. Oh. That just got me thinking about what would a tabletop role-playing game look like if it were made in Roman times or made with Roman values. Think about attributes. Oh God, yeah. Or think about if Plato had made one, because Plato, well, no, not Plato. God damn it. One of the Platonic scholars. God damn it. Somebody talked about virtues. God, is it Platonic virtues? Platonic virtues. Yeah, it is Plato's Republic. The four cardinal virtues are wisdom, temperance, courage, and justice. I would love to see a tabletop role-playing game based around the attributes that a character, or I guess you wouldn't play a character, you would play more like a society? I don't know, but your stats or your attributes being wisdom, temperance, courage, and justice. And having that on like a sliding scale. Like you can be wise or ignorant or impulsive, temperate or intemperate, courageous, craven, just, uh, what's the opposite of justice? Arbitrary? According to Crusader Kings, it's arbitrary. That would be very cool. Socrates. Socrates was who I was thinking of. Socrates. Virtues. What did Socrates say? All virtue is knowledge. Yeah, that's right. I took Greek philosophy. I hated Greek philosophy. And I'll mention this every fucking time I talk about it. The reason I hated Greek philosophy was the way Greek history is taught in the United States places a huge emphasis on downplaying the homoeroticism intrinsic to their relationships and the queer nature of their relationships. Like, no, it's not gay. The Greeks were just different. No, dude. If an old man is sleeping with a young man and it's a sexual relationship, and they talk about how being the one getting penetrated makes you more effeminate than the one getting penetrated, or the one doing the penetrating, that's pretty sexual, and it ties into different conceptualizations about gender and sexuality. And God, the most annoying thing about studying the classics in the United States is the erasure of the queerness of Greece. That's crazy. Yeah, baits using traps. Okay. It's been a while. It's just aggravating to have this fucking 40-something-year-old man try to tell me that essentially it's not gay if balls don't touch. Like, it's something that ridiculous. Like, fuck off. They write about the virtues of making love to a young man or a younger man. It's pretty gay. And there's nothing wrong about that. That's not a value judgment. It's just a fair assessment. But the instructor, I think, had some values, moral values, or spiritual values, or religious values, or hang-ups, I would describe them, with regard to non-hetero relationships or sexualities that were pretty clearly shown in his reluctance to describe the Greeks as engaging in any sort of clearly romantic sexual relationship. Oh shit, Bone sorry. You're not spamming. Moobot's just Moobot's a little aggressive. I need to tone that down a little. You're fine. You're fine. The warning doesn't do anything. There's no auto ban or anything. You're good. Moobot's just more bark than it has bite. Truth be told, that's the first time I've seen Moobot actually use the no spam thing. I've had that for so long. And I've had people legit spamming, but just spamming at far enough intervals, or posting at far enough intervals that it didn't trigger. Moobot's a good boy. It's a confused robot, but it's trying to help. How long has this been recording for? Oh yeah, this has been going for an hour. I'm gonna put in a cut here. I think I have another hour of streaming left for tonight, but if you were watching this on YouTube, hey! Either thank me or condemn me for starting another Stardew series, but until then, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Alexandrian Codex on all the things. Until then, toodaloo, bye-bye.